Hey everyone, I'm Rather Coherent, and I'm back with the Seleucid Empire and Rome Total War Remastered. Last we left off, we were just starting a siege against Pontus, so let's get into it. My army is so one-dimensional that I'm considering my Cilician pirates to be more like my cavalry than the rest of my army, which is a really bad sign. I actually like everyone who's carrying a ram to get into loose formation, because they're probably going to take some shots along the way. And unlike most times when I start a siege where I send up my ranged units to push them off, I don't really have ranged units, unlike my enemy. So we're just gonna soak some damage while we start this fight.
Now they must batter away
These
through.
towers that actually hit exactly the rams are kind of funny. I'm gonna send this unit of hoplites forward to just kill that tiny unit that's trying to guard the walls. Same here. This unit I'm gonna collapse to tight formation and move as close to the walls as I can. Put in phalanx formation.
Great gods! Our soldiers have done well this day. The walls are taken.
Dude, I don't know if they've really done well. They routed the second the fight started, like militia hoplites tend to do. But I've got more militia hoplites than I need. Oh, whoa, this doesn't seem street legal. What are you doing? You're on both sides of the wall. I'm just gonna let this unit die. It's not worth trying to fix. Both of you can now enjoy your new job as cannon fodder. Go soak ammunition. Hey, there's no ammunition left to soak, so that's good. Oh, no, these guys have some. They should be dead, but my entire unit of spearmen only managed to kill 8 dudes before they routed. I'm going to experiment with this unit of hoplites, seeing what happens if I try to move a phalanx into the city. Well, apparently they... Alright, so that wasn't what I was expecting in a variety of ways. So first, this tower, pretty suboptimally positioned for knocking holes in the wall right here. But second, how on earth did you guys get through the formation? You're just normal foot soldiers. So I knocked some more holes in the wall. One of my units that was doing that seems to have routed instantly. Actually, they seem to have died on the process of routing, so that's pretty funny. Yeah, these completely decimated units may as well sacrifice their lives for the sake of soaking ammunition. I don't really have much more use for them than that, to be honest. But as you can see, like, even at this point, still all the holes in the city wall is pretty effectively guarded. Oh, Pontic Heavy Cavalry killed that unit. The AI seems genuinely upset and confused by the fact that it found its way out of the walls. It doesn't seem like it knows what to do about this. Alright, so it looks like we might have finally got our way into the walls by killing that unit. Gonna have these guys face this way, which seems a little bit suicidal since they have one side completely uncovered. But I need them doing this. And the AI seems largely unconcerned about the fact they're over here. So let's just go take advantage of that then. Alright, so I've got all of these phalanxes just hanging out on the left side of the map now. And honestly, I'm just gonna start moving these around and ignoring the rest of the map at this point. Like, if the AI is not responding properly, I'm just going to take the square from them and kill them as they try to come back. So, they're all going to be coming back from right here, it looks like. So, I mean, this doesn't seem like how the fight's supposed to look. I'm not going to pretend for a second that this seems normal or correct, but it does seem like it's the way the fight's going to look. Bad pathfinding notwithstanding. If they just fail to get in position and I lose, then obviously this won't work. So anyone who's already there needs to get into phalanx formation. And they are, so we should be fine. So, yeah, this should be a crushing defeat for our enemies. Just not even close, right? Just all of them dead. Are our spears out? Yeah, they are. There's just so many dead bodies on the ground that I thought they were standing up. We're killing everyone. Let's take all of these guys and run them in. Your job is now just to charge. But I don't think they're needed. I think these guys have it more than handled on their own. Unfortunately, their general broke through and got infinite morale because of the routes, but militia hoplites are here to save the day, right? That's totally gonna work. So eventually exhaustion set in and routing units got through them, which turned it around quite a lot, but they more than did their job. They can be retrained at a later date. And it looks like we've killed pretty much everyone who's left. Only the king is alive at this point, basically.
The enemy king has been killed. This was shot.
So all that's left is these dudes, and they don't stand much of a fucking chance.
The enemy army is in flight.
So losing almost 900 soldiers there seems pretty suboptimal. I wasn't expecting my units to get to the point where they were exhausted, first of all, which basically guaranteed their loss. But I also wasn't expecting them to, it hadn't occurred to me that if I'm fighting to defend the square from the people who own it, that some of them will eventually rout and push through, and then they'll regroup and attack me from behind. So those two things combined sort of ruined my plan, but my plan still resulted in winning fairly effectively for what amounts to 3 family generals. I'll be enslaving this settlement just like most settlements. Oh! Armenia apparently owns this city. Pontus already lost their capital. And this can actually retrain all the units I've lost, which is kind of amazing. Or it would be able to if they had anyone left in the town. Yeah. That's not the biggest deal to me. It's unfortunate, but it's not by any stretch of the imagination damning. So looking at what's left of this army that can't be retrained right now, I have 5 units of militia hoplites, and I'll have them start walking back to a city that can train them. Such as Tarsus, apparently. Why on earth was that the route they chose? Oh, they're trying to avoid the zone of control from this rebel. Well, there's more rebels this ways, guys, so... Fine, they'll just take an extra turn. It's not a big deal, it's just deeply frustrating. It doesn't even look like he's blocking zone of control here. It looks like there's a tile here I could have walked through, but I guess not. Oh, hell yeah, there's horse archers here. Our army is so much better now than it was last turn. Horse archers are such a fucking fantastic unit. And yeah, apparently... Oh! They hadn't lost their capital. They lost every single family member they had in that battle. They had no family members left to command their cities. I think that's the first time I've ever destroyed a faction like that. Cool. Rip Pontus, by the way. And as they're completely out of population, I'll be building land clearance as their first city, or first building, rather. Build peasants here as garrison. Put my hoplites in this boat. Am I currently at war with the Greeks? No. But that seems like a transparent lie, considering the circumstances. Have this army start walking left. I think it's almost certainly correct to just start this fight now. I want to not do that for a variety of reasons, mostly involving boats potentially attacking this army and this navy. But honestly, I don't think it matters. This is in my way. I need to be moving south. I've got to go to war with Greece again. So this is a pretty fucking good army, and it answers my question, can AIs hire mercenaries? Because the answer is yes, they've got Cretan archers of their own. So let's get into it. It is a damn shame that Greece picked up this Cretan archers because I could desperately have used them. I wonder if perhaps the AI specifically hires the mercenaries that show up under their faction when you're in custom battles, because each faction has like 1 or 2 mercenaries that's considered...
Before night comes,
Because each faction has like 1 or 2 mercenaries that's considered part of their roster when you're in custom battles. I wonder if that affects what they'll be willing to hire. Okay, let's see what the enemy's doing and where they're at. They are not exactly on top of the hill. I want to swing out in this direction. And I want to figure out where their archers are and pick them off. That's my #1 priority. And it looks like their peltasts are here, their archers are right here, towards me. I'm only charging my cavalry to make sure that all their units move back a little bit. Don't actually want to do the charge. I just want to make sure their archers aren't in range to pelt my units as I reposition over here. Oh wait, actually, I want all of you swinging out on the right flank. I don't want them anywhere near the enemy Cretan archers. I want to make sure that engagement never happens. Looking at how wide their line is, I need to pull mine thinner. Want these hoplites further on the right flank. The armored hoplites are probably the worst target they could choose to hit. The militia hoplites would be a much better choice. The AI is largely just sort of hanging out this fight so far. Right, these peasants just seem like they don't want to be alive, so I'm gonna go oblige them. And the Peltas were apparently hiding in the plains next to them, so again, may as well kill them. Alright, let's get out of here before their general shows up. I don't know why we just got charged and didn't do anything about it, to be perfectly honest. Hopefully 2 generals to 1 will be enough to cancel out very hard bonuses.
The gods be praised.
Very nice.
The enemy general is dead.
I thought that was gonna be mine.
Their doom approaches.
Okay, I did not mean to double speed there. I meant to pause. I'm at the point where I would like to run my men forward on all fronts. I'm gonna use my general to start killing these units that I routed earlier, and also to distract fire from the Cretan archers. Because these peasants are gonna break instantly. Where's my line drawing up? Perfectly reasonable positions. Although I need to get away from these phalanxes. And these 2 phalanxes need to pull further to the left. What are these? Peltas. Yeah, I want my Peltas throwing at theirs. I want all of my range units shooting their less armored hoplites. Which is definitely going to be the militia hoplites. So what's actually happening on this battlefield right now? The enemy seems very uninterested in actually engaging. Gonna be moving my cavalry across the other side to kill all of these ranged units that are just hanging out near mine. Not a huge fan of it. This happens every time I have big nasty phalanx battles, where I end up in this crazy long drawn out formation. I'm hoping I can get an organized retreat coming from Greece very soon here. It looks like they're trying to draw up a battle line, but it's the biggest, dumbest battle line. I don't fully understand why they're doing what they're doing. Just gonna waste these peasants with my range units real quick so that I don't shoot my own guys. They might be in full retreat mode at this point. I don't know what they're moving their battle lines around for now. Oh, it's because my cavalry have moved forward relative to everything else that's happening. Anyway, these Cretan archers and Peltas should be wiped out at this point. And honestly, I just want to pull all of this back. My Cretan archers are up to a silver chevron, very nice. And it looks like all of this is going very, very well. Especially since I didn't get punished for pulling my lines back. Alright, at this point, I'm going to move back and just continue trying to wipe out fleeing units. This, like, very small number of Peltas is not super important to me, whereas killing entire additional units is. Yeah, at this point, it seems like the enemy really has nothing left going for them. I've killed most of their ranged units and all of their smaller, weaker units. My line is still formed. Everyone's still okay on my side. Okay, at this point, my generals are actually pretty tired. I'm gonna try to kill this peasant on the way back behind my line, but I don't want to continue fighting. And since these phalanxes are reforming, I can't afford to fight. Okay, so quite a lot has happened, but suddenly it looks like we're back at the start of the fight and nothing has gone on yet. Only that's not entirely true. We check the balance of power. Despite the forces being evenly matched, they've lost literally half their men, and I've only lost 1% of mine. Also, They don't seem to be interested in keeping their armored hoplites alive, which is a questionable decision. I'm gonna start my generals moving to the right wing so that once this engages, I can just flank it and crush it. I'm not gonna move further than this for fear that they would stop and not engage. I'm gonna let them move in all the way before I do anything. Phalanx battles tend to go on for a little while, so I have time once this engages, despite the massive difference in troop quality. Oh, you raised your spears when I told you to attack. Just stop. Are you gonna lower your spears? Yeah, you did. Good. The whole reason I'm letting the battle pause out like this, by the way, is because I want to give my units the ability to recover, especially my generals. And yeah, they just threw away far and away the best unit on their side of the map, which is not a good look. Only 2 of them got away by the looks of it. But my generals are so exhausted now that I feel massively weaker than I should be. So honestly, I'm gonna be back with you once my fatigue recovers. So the army is basically half a unit of generals' bodyguards, 2 full units of hoplites, and then 4 units of militia hoplites. I believe this gap is something that's hiding, which would mean it's Peltas, because none of these spearmen can hide. The AI is sending forth another single unit of spearmen. I don't know why, but I'll go kill it, I guess. When I break phalanx formation, it causes the AI to think they should come fight, which is very interesting. And they're not actually turning around with this unit of hoplites. They decided that, nah, this is still a good time to fight, even though I'm back in phalanx formation. So, yeah, they routed as soon as they saw what was happening. This is the dumbest thing that can happen. I was actually really enthusiastic about how cool it was that after the chaotic battle, everything sort of reset, and we're gonna have a second proper battle line. And then we just didn't. I say proper battle line, but despite being arranged like battle lines at first, we never actually joined in the first battle. I just sort of maneuvered around them and ripped them to pieces, which is a bit sad. I'm not even fire at will at this point because I want to have the units move and try to engage. My Cretans finally ran out of ammunition. I need to tell everyone else to cease fire because we're about to have the battle join, and once it does, I need to move my units out. And yeah, just more and more hoplites buying the dust for literally no reason. Oh, it looks like the enemy has decided that it's finally time to leave. Excuse me? That phantom just died charging the back of a militia hoplite. Let's try not to lose another family member. That was extremely clumsy. Although they might be throwing away theirs at this point. I'm pretty salty about losing a family member there. Because the battle was over. He just died charging the back of militia hoplites.
Rabbits running from our men.
I guess that just happens in Rome sometime, but I'm very upset about it. I don't know, man. My victory doesn't feel complete. It feels like I just lost my most valuable unit. Yeah, that's not true. The Cretan archers actually matter more. Which is very funny, but I'm not happy to see them gone. They retreated all the way back down to the Peloponnesus. And let me check my recording time real quick. Oh shit, I've been going for an hour. I'm recording with a different setup than usual, so I don't have access to like a visible timer while I'm recording. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record a little bit longer and then cut this somewhere in the middle into 2 episodes. So this army just continues moving south into the Peloponnesus, and I'll hire literally any mercenaries I can to fill out the troops. This phalanx can come join the fight. And I will continue recruiting phalanxes in both of these cities. This phalanx heads south. This hoplite continues to the same thing as well. That heroic death really sucks. Was not expecting him to die at all, charging the back of hoplites. So let's handle infrastructure this turn real quick. I'll be taking farms where I can, as always. I wonder if mines are worth it. Probably, right? I'm gonna make farms instead, though, because population growth matters to me more than money, since I seem to have infinite money. Okay, so I built buildings in every building. Every unit that I want to recruit is being recruited.
My lord! Sir!
I'm super on tilt about losing that famine, but I really shouldn't have. Oh well. My faction general is also down to half stack, so that's not feeling great either. He should be able to recover next turn when he's sieging Athens, so that'll help a little. Now, Alexandria could be recruiting Scythe chariots, but honestly, I want to recruit boats here. I just fucking need boats. And in any city along the coast that can recruit boats that's not currently recruiting, which I think is literally nobody. That's not really a thing that's happening anywhere. But I want boats getting recruited because I need to be able to move my units around freely. I need to sail from the Levant to the Peloponnesus, and there's going to be a lot of rebel pirates in the area. You know, these 3 from Egypt and this one and anything else that spawns. I just need a navy to function right now because I'm not walking the stack across the desert when I'm done with Egypt. I'm sending it somewhere that actually matters. And I think that's it for this turn. So let's make sure that's actually it. This diplomat tells me that this man's only about halfway to my next city.
Yes, master.
Let's see if we can sell a ceasefire.
Patience is limited.
Very demanding. You guys are so stupid.
At once.
Honestly, fuck that. I'm gonna walk over to I believe there is a Scythian city here-ish. I don't remember where Tanias is. It's either here or here. And I'm gonna try to sell them information, and eventually Thrace and Dacia. And I'll also start moving up to the north of Italy to sell things to the Gauls and the Julii. I believe that's it for the turn, so let's get on with it. Oh, look at them. They're trying to take Alexandria back. Wait, which navy is this? Where is this? Oh, there's just 2 boats right here that I thought that I just didn't see last turn. Well, good luck, guys. Hopefully you don't sink. Man, Greece has some armies moving around down here, don't they? The settlement besieged, I will adopt him immediately. Is he over in the Balkans like I would like him to be? Nope, he's in Antioch. Unfortunate, but I can live with that. Plague still happening. The Greek cities and the Bruttii are at war, which is great for me because I consider both of them my enemies. This boat needs to start moving down towards this port where it will actually be safe. Literally 1 unit, huh? What is the 1 unit? It's a phalanx, so I can't actually beat it with this army. Okay. I'm going to call the video here. And next time, we'll finish off Egypt. Try to regroup a little bit. Try to start shipping people out of the Levant and into the Balkans. Start killing Parthia and Armenia. But at this point, we're in a pretty dominant position. We have 18 regions. We've pretty solidly done our defenses. At this point, we have no real risk of losing land anywhere. And we're solidly in position to wipe out Parthia, Armenia, Egypt, Macedon, and Greece. We've already killed our first enemy. We've wiped out Pontus a little bit earlier than planned. But for now, I'm done. I've been rather incoherent. This has been the Seleucid Empire and Rome Total War Remastered, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one.